That John Denver's full of shit, man. So I know what some of you are thinking out there. What's with the title? Tim's not exactly a ray of sunshine. But the title, Plan C, Glass Half Full Backpacking, is pretty much the story of my week or day. So let me start by hooking you a little bit. First of all, what you're going to see today is some beautiful views of the Missouri River Valley. Hopefully I'll find a cool campsite to show you, maybe some food, and the traditional who knows what to expect from Tim kind of antics. So that's step one, is what to expect. Step two is, let me explain the title. Plan C. Plan A was to head down to Arkansas and meet my friend Kevin from Texas. And then for whatever reason, he decided that they were going to have weather and lose power for 3 days and ultimately do some winter camping in their apartment. So that was interesting. So that plan actually got postponed to March. So I decided to make a plan B, since I had the time off to do it, and head down to the Luss Hills of Iowa, which are gorgeous, and I will show you those someday. But I was going to hit a trail called Brent's Trail to do some training, because it's a lot of up and down hills, and I was going to do about 15 or 16 miles. Needless to say, I got to that first trailhead, and I couldn't even get to it because the gravel roads were so slick and greasy, because it's about 35 to 40 degrees today. And so I went to an alternative trailhead, and that was so snowed in that I figured after a day full of melting and a couple nights in the woods, I would probably be about hub deep in mud and snow and not get out of that parking lot. So, glass half full, I decided to come to Nebraska. And before you turn off this video, don't get freaked out because I'm in Nebraska. Because, you know, it seems like we all have our impressions of what Nebraska looks like, but there are gorgeous areas here. And this is my return for about the fourth time to Ponca State Park, which is where I've had a previous fail video in a winter camp. So my triumphant return to try to amend that, and I'll show you around. So let's head out and hike into Ponca State Park. Heartaches in my pocket, I got echoes in my head, and all that I keep hearing now are those cruel things that you said. So here we are in the hike in. Gonna turn it into a little loop because the drive-in road was closed. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out this gimbal. So when you guys see this stuff, I don't edit it out because I want you guys to see there's a learning curve. Anyway, I'm walking in, probably doing about a mile road walk, which is pretty icy. But the good news is I'm the only human being on it, obviously. I don't see any sign of any other cars or hikers. But so I'm going to walk about a mile in, show you guys an overlook over the Missouri River, and then begin the search for an epic campsite. All right, folks, I made it to my lunch destination, which is about the end of about a mile road walk. I'm going to chill at this spot here, but come along with me. I want to show you where I'm at. Right over here is the Missouri River. So there's some big ice chunks floating down the river. I thought I'd get you a shot of that. That's pretty sweet. Honest to God, this is actually the first time I've ever seen the river from this spot in the winter. And I don't know if I've ever seen broken ice chunks floating down the river, so it's a pretty cool new thing for me. And there's the Nebraska we all know so well. It's a little snack time story for y'all. I was talking to my dad the other day, and I don't know how it came up, but he was talking about when he was in college at Southwest Minnesota State in Marshall, Minnesota. He went to a big hyped up concert, and during said concert, the musician said, you know, this song is going to be a big hit. We're going to play it for you for the very first time. Well, that song was Country Roads, Take Me Home, by none other than the great John Denver. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather around her. So that's to be expected, as long as we're on the glass half full theory. These trails are muddy, but I'll take that any day considering it's about 40 degrees out here. Feels like tropical weather, probably especially to guys like Miyagi and Milos. But we're going to hike in. There's some hiking campsites in here, but the rules are fairly loose about stealth camping, so I may just do that. Loose rules mean loose interpretations. So let's see what we discover down the trail. Well, folks, I think I found an epic campsite. Let me show you here. I didn't film a lot of the hike in just simply because I don't like to add the trail video as filler. What you saw is pretty much what the entire trail is. Beautiful woods, but not a whole lot of change in scenery for this hike. I came in about 4 miles, so being lazy and easing into my training. Anyway, let me show you a peek of this view from my campsite that I'm going to set up. Alright, so I'm going to set up around in here. And then let me walk you out to what my view is going to be.
And if I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, child, come with me. Yes, to a castle I will take you, where what's to be, they say, will be. Catch the wind, see it spin, sail away, leave the day. Taking outside.
Riddle me this, people. How is there fresh horse turds here? Well, it looks fairly fresh. And no horse tracks. So I'm frankly a little shocked that I haven't seen any wildlife out here. Ponca is teeming with white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, as you can probably expect, raccoons, squirrels, all that good stuff. But normally we come out here and it's usually kind of the highlight is you see a lot of deer. But maybe they'll be moving tonight. Well, that may end up on film, at least on some level. A little bushwhacking on my ass in mud. So I was gonna show you guys what looks like an appealing campsite or area here. So I'm gonna go to this area and see how muddy I just got before we make any final decisions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I wish I would have got that from the other angle. So you might be asking yourself, Tim, what's with the long johns, man? Well, you might have seen I'll probably include my little spill, even though you didn't get to see it firsthand. You just got to see it secondhand, or through the eye of the lens. You didn't get to see me fall, but I'm sure the camera did some shaking. let me show you the results of that. So I got a little sunshine here. What I'm going to try to do is shake this mud off and clean it off the best I can and try and dry my britches off. Should be a fun project. So today I was in nothing but slippery mud or snow. I fell down in the mud and got my pants completely wet. As you saw, I did about 3 miles in my long underwear, and I hiked probably 80% of the loop I wanted to do in 2 nights. That doesn't make me very tough. It's only about, I think, 6 miles total, but I just kept on hiking and really didn't find the epic campsite I was looking for that wasn't really in the wind, and wound up probably about a mile from my car. So I'm chilling out in the hammock tonight. Probably going to be an overnighter instead of a full weekend or a full 2-day trip, just because I have pretty much conquered Ponca. But glass half full, I am still loving life. It was a beautiful hike, a beautiful scenery. I saw 0 human beings, and there's definitely nothing to complain about, even though there was some obstacles and speed bumps today. So let that be a lesson to us all, I guess, is that when you're making big plans for life and they don't quite turn out with your expectations, just do the best you can to roll with the punches and make the best of it. So we'll see you at supper time. All right, folks, so I know the vast majority of you are here today to see what I'm having for dinner. So let's go over the menu tonight. I have yet to try one of these adventure meals from Mountain House, specifically the breakfast version. Focus is going in and out. Sorry about that. It says get a little closer. Here I am. So, trying a breakfast skillet, but as a backup plan, because I know I'll need sustenance, I'm going to try something I saw on another YouTube channel, which is cheddar mashed potatoes mixed with pulled pork on a tortilla. So I'm gonna get this cooking up, and then I'll let you know how this rates for sure. So I keep hearing a bunch of coyotes like going absolutely crazy, owls too, which I forgot is a huge part of why we like this park. I'll try to catch some, but every time I turn my camera on, they're like Sasquatch. They don't make a sound. But course number 1 is the pulled pork and mashed potato burrito bomb. Let me get a bite here. All right. As disgusting as it sounds, that's delightful. You know I'm a fan of the pulled pork, but the mashed potato adds calories and does not make it taste disgusting. So that's all I'm looking out for, is something I can cram down my throat and get enough calories in. So we'll be back shortly with the breakfast. All right. Burrito bomb is gone. Forgot to add, that is a 5 out of 5. I'll probably make that a lot. Like I said, who knows how many calories are in that god-awful thing. And I'll do anything I can to get calories out here, because I don't like a lot of the food. This, on first impressions, I am going to have a hard time even taking a bite of it, to be honest with you. No offense, Mountain House, but I'm not a dehydrated egg fan, so. Not a bad first impression, huh? Nope. Oh. Again, I don't like eggs. That's nasty. I do not like that. My apologies, Mountain House, and all those that probably relish in this dish. It's a texture thing for me, so. Ugh. Didn't even really get a taste of the flavor, but I'm just going to go ahead and give that a 1 out of 5, which means I probably won't purchase again. Not a huge fan of gagging, even though I do find it mildly hilarious. So we got a 5 out of 5 and a 1 out of 5. All right, everybody, before I sing myself a lullaby and go off to sleep, I thought I'd just throw another little shout out to this winter shelter from Superior Gear. Just want to show you the roominess. Got my Helionox chair next to me, which I just store all my gear on like a shelf. I learned that from Bryce Newbold on one of his videos. He said that he uses that when he packs up in the morning to put all the stuff on, but gave me the idea to keep stuff off the ground. Not that that's genius. And then plenty of room on this side. And if you can see, probably not real well, I guide this out so I have a ton of room over here too. But yeah, winter shelter, doors on either end. Cover me from the wind. I feel like I'm in a fort. So that's the end of the night. I'm going to edit some video and chill out, maybe watch some Netflix and hit the hay. So we'll see you in the morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Nature's alarm clock got me out of bed this morning. The crows are going pretty bonkers. And I've just been laying here for a few minutes. It's about 7 a.m. And I do not want to get out of here because it is cold. But I slept warm as hell. This hammock is the bee's knees, Danny. So anyway, I'm going to pack up express version, which means shove everything in your pack as fast as possible and air it out when you get home. And get out of here. And maybe take advantage of my extra time this weekend and maybe pick another overnight somewhere. But for now, let's get out of here. I will show you when I make it all the way 1 mile to my car. Well, Ponca / winter, you didn't beat me this time. Made it through the night without failing. Probably because I brought the right equipment. But as is tradition, there's the Subaru. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. It was a good little overnight and a good example of how changing your plans doesn't always mean you have to have a crappy time. So thanks again for watching. Be yourself, be happy. Have a good day, everyone.